Welcome to today's session. Our discussion will center on historical research, covering its concept, characteristics, sources, criticism, and steps. Please watch the entire video attentively and take note of the key points. A set of MCQs based on the presentation will follow, so it is essential to view the session in its entirety. Let us begin by exploring the concept of historical research. Historical research is a qualitative research method that investigates past events, ideas, movements, and trends to understand their impact on present and future developments. It involves systematically investigating, analyzing, and interpreting past events to gain a better understanding of current practices and predict future trends. It relies on primary and secondary sources to reconstruct and analyze past occurrences. In educational research, historical studies often focus on the development of educational institutions, philosophies of education, curriculum changes, teacher roles, and the evolution of teaching learning methodologies. Characteristics of historical research 1. Exploration of the past. Historical research focuses on understanding past events and their influence on present situations. 2. Use of authentic sources. It relies on primary and secondary sources such as documents, artifacts, records, and eyewitness accounts. 3. Critical analysis. The researcher critically evaluates the authenticity and reliability of the sources. 4. Systematic approach. Historical research follows a systematic process of collecting, verifying, and interpreting data. 5. Contextual understanding. It emphasizes understanding events within the context of their time. 6. Narrative structure. The findings are often presented as a narrative or descriptive account. 7. Descriptive and analytical. Historical research describes past events and analyzes their causes and consequences. Sources of historical research. Historical research relies on two main types of sources. 1. Primary sources, direct, first-hand accounts of events, including documents, official records, letters, diaries, reports, newspapers. Artifacts, tools, buildings, clothing, or other physical objects from the time period. Oral histories, recorded or written testimonies from individuals who experienced the events. Photographs and videos, visual documentation of events. 2. Secondary sources, works created after the time period being studied, based on primary sources such as books and journal articles. Biographies and commentaries. Reviews or interpretations of historical documents. Criticism in historical research. Criticism in historical research is the process of evaluating the authenticity, reliability, and validity of data derived from sources. It is essential to ensure that the findings and interpretations are credible and accurate. Criticism is divided into two major types: external criticism and internal criticism. 1. External criticism. External criticism focuses on the authenticity of the historical source. It examines whether a document or artifact is genuine and not a forgery, misrepresentation, or fabrication. Key elements of external criticism: authentication of sources, determines the origin, authorship, and creation date of the document or artifact. Physical characteristics, examines material aspects such as paper, ink, handwriting, or printing techniques to verify authenticity. Provenance verification traces the history of the source to ensure it comes from the claimed origin. Cross-referencing Compares the source with other contemporaneous documents to establish consistency. Detecting forgeries identifies fraudulent documents or objects that mimic authentic ones. To internal criticism, internal criticism evaluates the credibility and content of the source, focusing on the accuracy and reliability of the information it contains. Key elements of internal criticism: content analysis examines the factual accuracy of the information provided in the document. Author's intent and bias investigates the purpose behind the creation of the document and whether the author had any biases. Consistency with other sources compares the claims or data with other verified sources to check for discrepancies. Contextual understanding analyzes the content in the context of its time, including language, cultural norms, and historical events. Interpretation of meaning considers how the language or symbolism in the document might have evolved over time. Steps of historical research: 1. Identification of the problem. Define the research problem or question clearly. Examples include investigating the evolution of teacher training or the impact of a particular educational policy. 2. Formulation of research questions. Develop research questions or assumptions to guide the research process. Example: the introduction of universal primary education in the 20th century increased literacy rates globally. 3. Collection of data. Gather data from primary and secondary sources. Sources include archives, libraries, museums, and online databases. 4. Criticism of data. External and internal. External criticism assess the authenticity of documents, such as verifying authorship and origin. Internal criticism evaluates the content's accuracy, credibility, and consistency with other sources. 5. Synthesis and interpretation combine and interpret findings to construct a coherent narrative. Analyze the causes, effects, and relevance of events to educational contexts. 6. Presentation of results. Present findings in a descriptive, analytical, or interpretative manner, often with references to original sources. Dear viewers, let's solve some important multiple choice questions based on the presentation. 1. What is the primary aim of historical research? A. To study current educational practices. B. To establish the chronology of past events. C. To predict future trends in education. D. To develop experimental methods in education. Answer: B. To establish the chronology of past events. 2. Which of the following is a key characteristic of historical research? A. Involves real-time observations. B. Uses future trends for data collection. C. Relies on primary and secondary sources. D. Avoids critical evaluation of sources. Answer: C. Relies on primary and secondary sources. 3. What is an example of a primary source in historical research? A. Textbooks written in recent years. B. Original letters or diaries from the past. C. A modern analysis of past educational systems. D. Newspaper articles analyzing historical events. Answer: B. Original letters or diaries from the past. 4. External criticism in historical research is concerned with A. Evaluating the credibility of the content. B. Authenticating the source's origin. C. Analyzing the author's intent. D. Comparing data from various sources. Answer: B. Authenticating the source's origin. 5. Which of the following best defines internal criticism? A. Checking the physical authenticity of the document. B. Ensuring the factual accuracy of the content. C. Identifying the source's age and origin. D. Tracing the provenance of artifacts. Answer B. Ensuring the factual accuracy of the content. 6. Which method is commonly used in historical research? A. Experimental studies. B. Case studies. C. Archival analysis. D. Surveys. Answer C. Archival analysis. 7. What is the key question addressed by external criticism? A. Is the document's content reliable? B. What was the purpose of the document? C. Is the source genuine or forged? D. Does the data align with modern contexts? Answer C. Is the source genuine or forged? 8. A historian verifying the consistency of a source with other documents is performing A. External criticism. B. Internal criticism. C. Cross-validation. D. Statistical analysis. Answer B. Internal criticism. 9. Which is an example of a secondary source? A. A historical map drawn in the 18th century. B. A letter written by a teacher in 1900. C. A textbook summarizing past educational policies. D. A government decree from the colonial period. Answer C. A textbook summarizing past educational policies. 10. The process of determining the validity of content within a historical document is known as A. External criticism. B. Source analysis. C. Internal criticism. D. Historical validation. Answer C. Internal criticism. 11. A document that is authentic but contains biased content fails which type of criticism? A. External criticism. B. Internal criticism. C. Historical comparison. D. Analytical validation. Answer B. Internal criticism. 12. Which of the following methods is not typically used in historical research? A. Content analysis. B. Observation of life events. C. Archival analysis. D. Comparative analysis. Answer B. Observation of life events. Thank you. Don't miss out. Subscribe now to my YouTube channel, Education and Teacher Education, for insightful content and valuable resources.